Hello, my name is James Sparrow and we're here at AI 2024. I'm joined now with Kaylee Chill, the partner and chief investment officer at OurCrowd. Kaylee, hi.
Hi, nice to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you so much for taking the time. Talk to me a bit about OurCrowd, because you folks are a bit different from traditional platforms. So tell me a bit about how you folks operate.
Right, so OurCrowd is an investment platform that caters to accredited investors globally. So that means that we have investors coming in from Hong Kong, Singapore, Africa, Brazil, you name it. About 190 countries, I think, in terms of our registered user base. The idea of OurCrowd is to democratize the VC asset class and basically allow people that are not necessarily these big family offices that are putting millions of dollars to work, put smaller checks into startups and funds.
Okay, wonderful. So you say smaller checks. What does that mean exactly? What are the kind of scopes that people
Right, so for a startup, it's $10,000 minimum, so we get a lot of those. And if you're investing in a fund, it's $50,000. Usually we see checks that range between $50 to $250 on the fund side.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. So I'd like to talk a bit about a specific thing that you folks are doing, which is your dedicated AI fund. Obviously, we're here at AI 2024 today. There's a lot of talk about it. What can you tell me about the fund and what you folks are doing?
Yeah, the AI fund was put together about a year ago when OurCrowd, obviously, together with a lot of other VCs, identified that AI is the new rage, right? Ever since ChatGPT came out, it's pretty much when we decided we're going to do a dedicated fund in this sector of AI. The fund basically invests across the different layers of AI companies. So for example, we invest in infrastructure companies. Think of an NVIDIA. So we have a company called Hailo, which does chips for the edge. We have LLM, big LLM company. Won't name the name because it was a sort of a confidential round that we got into, but think of one of the top 3 large language model companies. And that's on the foundational side. We also invest in the application layers. So companies like DID that is doing virtual humans, or a company like Leo that's doing computer-assisted design. And again, these are all sort of ChatGPT-like applications that are supposed to help businesses thrive in applying AI to their areas.
Okay, thank you. So AI is, as you said, it's everywhere. It's the huge buzzword. Everyone's interested in it. There are some big players, as you've mentioned. What are some of the trends that we can look ahead at, and what can we see coming up? How is it going to change the world, and what are these new companies going to be doing? It's probably $1 million question, and if anyone knew the answer,
they'd be millionaires.
Exactly, but try me. What are some of the things that we can look out for?
I think a lot of the businesses that we see coming to this area are trying to automate a lot of the processes that we see in day-to-day business. So think of a company that basically is allowing doctors to spend a lot more time doing what they do well, and not having to spend 60 or 70% of their time entering data and creating summaries of meetings and information. So that's one thing. Another thing is that because the compute power is so large and on demand, there's going to be more and more companies that are going to find ways to cheapen the compute power, make it a lot more productive, more effective, and probably also more environment friendly. So if I think of a company like New Reality that we're invested in, or a company like Hailo, which I mentioned a minute ago, these are sort of infrastructure companies that are really making things a lot more productive and a lot cheaper for putting these GPUs into data centers and allowing everybody to benefit from AI.
Wonderful. It sounds like all the talk on computer chips and semiconductors and AI, it's going to really steer the direction of the next century ahead. I mean, definitely it's going to be wild. I'm already hearing here that AI and data, it's more than oil. That's an old expression, but it's definitely felt a lot today.
The new oil, right?
The new oil, exactly. Kaylee, thank you so much for taking the time. That's all the time we have, I'm afraid.
My pleasure.
I look forward to connecting at AI 2025, and we can see where all of this goes.
Sounds great.
Cheers.
It's nice
Thank you.
being here.
Lovely. Cheers.